It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. I am thankful that you are joining me today because y'all, it is finally time. We have had Deep Purple on the list to include on the channel for a year, and we haven't done any music by them yet, and that gets fixed today. So I am glad that you are here. I am pumped for it. And it's going to be a great time. April has been International Guitar Month, and this last week of April, we are featuring some songs that have some really great guitar solos, and I wanted to make sure that we included some Ritchie Blackmore. So we're going back to Deep Purple, and the song that we're going to be looking at today is called Child in Time, and I'm happy that you are here for it. This is from the band's fourth album called Deep Purple in Rock, and it was released in 1970. The group formed in 1968 in London and is one of the pioneers of heavy metal and hard rock music, along with, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, a bunch of other bands as well. And this song, Child in Time, is a song like so many from that era that draws its inspiration from the Vietnam War. The main organ riff takes its inspiration from another song that John Lord was improvising on, and Ian Gillan created some lyrics around the war because he says it reflected the mood of the moment. And so we get this classic tune from Deep Purple. I was going to react to a live version of this from 1970, from the year that they released it, but one of our patrons, Juck Cluck 2, thank you, Juck Cluck, suggested a different live recording, and I have spot checked both of them, and I think that this other live version from Made in Japan, their double live album recorded and released in 1972, is the one that I want to go with. It's a little longer. From what I can tell, the images of the concert footage may not be quite as robust as the other one, but the sound of it, I think, is superior. So that's the one that we're going to go with. In this performance, the band, as they got to Japan, they were wary of the recording equipment, the quality of it that was going to be used for the string of shows that they were going to be doing in Japan. And so they really just kind of turned their attention and their concentration to just playing well and putting on good shows and letting the recording take care of itself. The budget for the recording was relatively small, and they didn't even intend, the band at least didn't intend on having the recording released widely, even outside of Japan itself. But it ends up getting released worldwide, and it went platinum very quickly. It happened to include not only this version of Child in Time, but the first live recording of Smoke on the Water, which had been released earlier in the year on their album Machine Head. So y'all, we've got Ritchie Blackmore on guitar, Ian Gillan on the vocals, Roger Glover on the bass, John Lord on the organ, and Ian Pace on the drums. And this is going to be Child in Time by Deep Purple from their live performance in 1972 in Japan. And y'all, this is a first time listen for me. I don't know this song, so I am happy to get to it this time. Child in Time. Here we go. Tokyo. Some footage there. Okay. They're in A minor. Bum, bum, bum. So it's subtonic to A, then F to G, goes down to the flat 7. Cool.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the light. line that's drawn between the good and the bad.
In time, you will see the line that's drawn between the good and the bad.
Man, he's shooting at the world.
What a
The
voice.
bullets flying.
Clean, clarion, right on pitch, and the drumming with those cymbal work. That is masterful.
And you've not been hit by flying.
Great sound.
You'd better close your eyes. You'd better bow your head.
If you've not been hit by flying lead, you better close your eyes, bow your head, and wait for the ricochet. Slow Groove Thursday.
I'm crying for you.
Beautiful vocals. Bass. Simple progression. Whoa! He must have got his tight pants on for that performance. That's a high E. It's sol in the key, so if they're in A, that's a high E. Then when they go down to the G chord, that's a high D. In the soprano range, D5 and E5. Woo! Up to the high A, the G. I would try to sing along with him, but I don't think I can do that today. That's amazing. Shows the angst and the anger at the situation. Cool, triplets. That sounds vaguely familiar. Maybe I have heard this. So they get through this bit of lyrics. The same lyrics are going to come back again. So I think solo time, y'all. Strap in. Okay. Double time. Cool. Just hanging out over an A with subtonic to A. It's the type of open, kind of static, non-moving harmony structure that allows for free improvisation from the band. So this is where we get to see them at their best, I think. That'd be me. I'd be in the background playing the bongos. Get it, Richie. Little organ in there. They ain't messing around, y'all. pace on the drums just driving that forward. It's almost rushing. Just driving the energy forward. It's like minor 4 to minor 1 a little bit there in the keyboard. This is grooving, y'all. I'm just enjoying myself. And Richie's shirt, it's missing a bit here up front. I don't know where the rest of his shirt went, but I hope he found it at some point. Maybe that helps him play better. I don't know, if I wore that shirt to a concert, I'm sure I would sell more tickets. So, good idea. That's how I would play guitar, y'all. Ooh, look at this nice fretboard. Japanese crowd's like, what's next? Back into that groove. Huh. The footage isn't exactly synced, is it? But that's okay. I knew in picking this one that the images weren't going to be quite as robust as the other version I was thinking about, but hearing a little bit of how this one came off, it was a no-brainer to me to listen to this one instead. Cool.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the lines drawn between the good of us and the bad of us. See the blind man.
There's no tension in his vocal apparatus at all. It's just coming out so beautifully and has a nice clear sound to his voice.
Lord, I bet you have. And you've not been hit. You've not been hit by flying lead. You'd better close your eyes. You'd better bow your head.
It's a warning call.
Wait for the ricochet.
Wait for the ricochet. If it hasn't hit you yet, just wait. It's like this is a situation that is unavoidable. That's what it feels like. It's all around us. We can't avoid it. And so we are lashing out in our anger and disgust of what is going on in the world and in our society. And I can't help but just crank it and scream at the top of my lungs, right? No, thought about trying it for a second, but my throat said, "Don't you do that on camera." I'll just stick to singing bass. Two chords. Then high A. That's a new place. It's late in the song. They landed on E, which is the 5 chord, the dominant.
You're only about 4'6". Don't worry about it.
da dee da da.
There's always
If
somebody
I sing
taller than you.
sole, sole, sol.
You're about 7 foot
getting
4,
faster.
Don't worry about it either. Don't get right cocky because there's always somebody 1 million stories
Big dominant extension.
crush you into the ground.
Where are they going? On the move, but that's still heard as an extension of that cadence. Right? Soldo. That's a big way to do that. Big finish. Finish with the flourish. And the Japanese crowd. It's very good. Very good.
Here's a song.
Y'all. That was fun. That was fun. Deep Purple for the first time on the channel. You know, I don't know enough about these guys, obviously, so I need to keep diving into this band as well. That I was struck at let's talk about the guitar for a second. Richie was just on fire in that live recording. The technicality of it, the speed of the notes, it was all just right in the pocket. I loved all of it. And Ian's vocals. I mean, good on you, Ian. I don't know how one commits to doing that song live for decades, or that's not an easy vocal to pull off, because folks are going to be expecting, all right, where's the high note? How does it sound tonight? Amazing stuff. Wonderful from all of the band. Richie, Ian again, Roger, and John. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I love the organ stuff. The rock organ is a great sound, isn't it? I don't have anything else to say. You know, the war and conflict. Obviously, I do have something more to say. War and conflict has this way of just driving our brains nuts, and we just are trying to figure out what to do with it when it's all around us and all encompassing. And I've heard stories. I was not around during the Vietnam era. I was born in the late 70s, but I have uncles and family members that experienced it, and it sounds like it was just an awful overbearing period, and the music that flourished in this period in response to it is powerful, even to this day, 50-something years later. You know, it's just a testament to the artists of the day and how they reacted to the absolute bullshit that was that was going on in the world, and speaking truth to power. So good on you, Deep Purple. Child in Time from 1970, still relevant and kicking ass in 2022, right? I am glad that y'all have hung out with me for this one. I will get to some more Deep Purple, I promise, because that was really a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We got more great stuff for you coming up in the future. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.